Yo, what is up, guys? But before we start this video, I just want to apologize. I'm actually feeling pretty under the weather right now, so I'll probably be sniffing a lot, coughing. If I do, I really am sorry. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this video. So this is a video to follow up one of my other videos that I did a little while back about the adoption process, and this is actually my story of how I got adopted and what it's like to be an older kid in the foster care system. I was 15, so I mean I know a lot about the Texas foster care system and just foster care in general, because it's all kind of one and the same. So without further ado, we're gonna get into that. If you enjoy this video, or if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It'll just let me know just to keep doing what I'm doing, and I hope that this video can reach people who may just have questions about what it's like to adopt an older child, or just adopting in general. So yeah, we're gonna get into this video. Growing up in foster care was kind of rough, honestly. I have no idea who my real parents are, and that bothered me for a long time growing up. And you know, that really affected a lot of things, because I'd be at school and people would be like, "Oh, my mom is doing this, my mom is doing that," and I didn't really have anything to relate, I guess, on that level with things like that. And often because of that, I was made fun of and kind of bullied a little bit. It wasn't too bad though, but I was made fun of a couple times back in elementary school and middle school. So that was really a difficult part of my of me growing up in foster care and just being in that situation. But originally, I was born in Alabama. I have two biological brothers. They are both older than me. Yeah, like I said, growing up, we were in the foster care system. Just moved from foster home to foster home. In my 12 years of a primary education, up until senior year, I was in at least 15 different places because of just foster homes, adoptive homes, and just stuff like that. I had never been in one place more than 3 years, which is crazy to think about. As now I'm 21, but obviously that record's been broken because I was adopted. So my adoption, it's actually kind of a unique story. So both of my brothers aged out of foster care system, because you age out at 18, if you didn't know that. So they aged out, and I was 15 at the time. I was living in Kerrville, Texas. It's a small little town in Texas. It's like kind of like it's an hour and a half away from San Antonio. And I told my caseworker, I said, I really want to be adopted. I know it's gonna be difficult because being an older child, most people don't look for older kids whenever they're looking to adopt. They want a kid because they want to be able to raise it. They don't want someone who's already been you know, halfway through their life, you know, or just halfway through, or more than halfway through their childhood. So I knew it was gonna be really hard for me to find a home of someone. So my caseworker set me up with this picnic in Corpus Christi, Texas. And basically this picnic, I don't know if you've ever seen Like Mike, whenever Bow Wow, he's the orphan, and he's trying to get adopted. Whenever he's going through and sitting down with a bunch of families and they're asking him a bunch of questions and stuff like that, seeing if they actually match and stuff. That's exactly what this picnic was, only it's a different setting, and it's a little bit more laid back and less professional, I guess. It's more casual. But yeah, there was about 30 to 40 families there, and there's probably about 20-ish, 25 kids that were wanting to be adopted. Me being one of them. So we get to this picnic and it looked very promising. I told myself I wasn't gonna leave until I knew for sure that I had someone that was very interested in me, because I really wanted to be adopted. And I like as soon as we went in, I went straight to work. I started interviewing, or I started sitting down with families and talking to them, and nothing was really sparking because everyone wanted kids that were younger. And it got to the point where I just started losing hope, and I was like, am I gonna be in the foster care system forever? Like, because I know statistically, if you age out of the foster care system, you are statistically proven that you will probably end up somewhere either homeless or in jail. And I knew I did not want that for my life. I wanted to be better than the statistics. I wanted to rise above the social norm of what a foster care kid looked like aging out of foster care. So I knew that wasn't gonna be possible unless I had a family to back me. So I started losing hope, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna wind up like another statistic because someone doesn't want to take a chance on me and adopt me. So I just started to break down a little bit. I started to cry. I went to a little corner of the building, and I just started crying. And then my caseworker walked up to me and she said, "Hey, I have this family that I want you to meet." And they were just this really nice family, and I met them, and it turns out like we just started clicking, and it was about a 2-hour long conversation that kind of flew by. And then next thing I know, the picnic's over, and I'm like, man, I really hope that this family takes a chance on me, because we talked for like the whole time and I didn't really get to spend any time with the other ones. So we leave. Oh, mind you, this is around probably early November-ish. So we leave. About 2 weeks pass. I'm a little worried because they did say that they're gonna look into my file, because once you actually have interest in a kid, like they'll send you the file, like I said in the last video. So I was really worried because I wasn't the best kid growing up. I had a lot of anger issues, and just I think it was just a maturity thing. Just growing up, I was just very temper oriented. I tend to smash things whenever I was mad, or I didn't really express my anger or my frustration well. And I think that was just a maturity thing, just growing up. I realized like, hey, like I shouldn't do that. So a lot of stuff on my file was stuff like that, and I thought that they were gonna be like, man, I can't really handle this kid because he's too much, you know. But they took a chance on me. So I got a call. It was probably, actually, I think it was Thanksgiving Day. I pick up the phone, and it's my caseworker, and she says that the family wants to go ahead and go through with the adoption, like further into the adoption process. After they read my file, and they said like, hey, this guy would be suitable for our family. And I was like in tears because I was so happy, because just the Lord just blessed that situation, and he just gave me exactly what I wanted, like a family to take a chance on me and to give me what I wanted as far as the family goes. And so we get through that phase. It is around maybe a week later. My caseworker says that we're gonna start having visits, I guess. And so I met with them twice before I ended up leaving with them. And December 9th, 2011 was when they actually took me away from foster care, and I joined their family. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit rough adjustment at first because I was older. So there's there's 5 of us in the house, and it took a little bit of getting used to, because I was 15, and I was the middle child. There's 2 older than me, and then there's 2 younger than me. And so whenever you move into someone's house that already has kids that are like kind of older, it kind of creates this like this tension and this dynamic in the household. So it took a little bit of adjustment, but it eventually worked itself out, because we all just realized like, hey, like we're a family now, and we got each other's backs and stuff like that. So I've been living with them since 2011, and it has been literally the best 6 years of my life. I would not be the person I am today without their guidance and their help, and that is why I'm using my voice and my abilities to share with y'all this story, and to let y'all know that you aren't just getting a kid out of foster care. You are literally changing people's lives. My family, I am so grateful. I thank God every day that I am in the situation that I am, because I would definitely not be the person I am today had it not been for me getting adopted, and just maturing through their wisdom, and just what they've been able to instill in me. Christian values, just what it is to live a life as a Christian, or just live a life as an individual in society. And like I said, I thank God every day that He has put me in the situation that I currently am in. I'm about to graduate college, which statistically doesn't happen for a foster kid. And it's just different stereotypes that I'm really trying to break, because I don't want to end up like another statistic in the foster care system. And the way that y'all can help, if y'all are watching this video and y'all are thinking about adopting, please really consider it, because I am using my voice to speak out and tell y'all that it is the best decision that you will probably ever make, and I'm sure my family will back me up on that. Yes, it does take a little bit of getting used to, especially if you're adopting at a older age, but it is well worth it. It is so beneficial to you. You just don't know, like, how thankful a kid will be because you took a chance on them, and you changed their life forever. You gave them a home. You gave them mom and dad. If you have kids, a brother and a sister. You just opened up doors that they probably wouldn't have been able to open had they stayed in the system. And if my own testimony isn't enough for you, I'm sure there's countless other ones that you can look up on YouTube. But I am here today using my voice to speak for all the kids in foster care. Just adopt if you are considering it. Like I said before, if you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. I will definitely be putting out more videos as far as this kind of topic goes, because I want to be able to share my voice and use my experiences to help and guide other people who may be going through the same situations, or who can kind of relate to me and need help, because there's a lot of things that I've been able to overcome just by me learning things, and just maturity, and just experiences that I've encountered. So please just smash that like button and share this video if it really does help you. So I hope that y'all all have a blessed day, and just, if you are considering adopting, please adopt, because there's countless kids that need love and care in the foster care system. Peace.